Hello and welcome back to SLTV StarSeries, and today I'm joined by Mr. Chewwy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself?
Good, I'm good. It's been a while since you've been in the studio, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple of months. I think I was last here about September time, so it's good to be back, good to cast some more action here from the Face It Studios.
Well, so again, we are back with SLTV StarSeries. We're going to start with HellRaisers versus Pro in a best-of-3. First map is going to be Dust 2, and then I believe we're going on to Mirage and Inferno. So again, we've got this new HellRaisers lineup. Sans, Simple and Markelov, being joined by ex-DAT players, AdreN, who was previously on HellRaisers before, and also flamie. Again, flamie, I think, is going to be an important player for HellRaisers. I think he's going to be one of the guys to rack up a lot of frags, potentially be the entry fragger as well. Have you seen much of them? I mean, I've only played like one match really.
Yeah, it was only, I think it was about actually a week ago today. I think it was on the 14th. The official roster change came into play. So they've not had too much time together as a squad. Unlike the Virtus.pro squad, of course, they've been a team now as 5, I think since about January 2014 kind of time. So they've been together a while, obviously a lot longer than the full lineup for HellRaisers, as we've said. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to watch them quite as much as I would have wanted to in this week, but it'll be interesting to see what they're like. So flamie's the man for you, is it then, to watch?
Flamie, I believe, is the man to watch for HellRaisers. We've seen kucher AWPing for them recently as well, so I'm quite curious to see. This is a map where they're going to need that AWP potentially against Virtus.pro, so we'll see how that goes. Let's have a look at the quick odds as we are going to start this match very shortly.
Wow.
So on CSGO Lounge, Virtus.pro are 89%. Now I do feel like, again, HellRaisers, they did get eliminated from our qualifier for the Face It League in the last few days, and I feel like that's had a big impact on the betting behavior here on CSGO Lounge. You can see on eGaming bets more reasonable odds for HellRaisers here. It is a best-of-3 though, so Virtus.pro being, you know, the team who's been together for longer, again, like 40% of your team being changed up, may affect things, especially in a longer set, so we shall see how that goes.
Yeah, but anything can happen. It's a best-of-3 and it's CSGO, and that's why we love it. You know, anybody can be on their day and suddenly come out of nowhere and appear amazing. And obviously, it just makes it that more exciting when you can see the odds on your screen and you know quite how in favour it could be for one certain team. Then suddenly, if HellRaisers kind of, you know, start to improve their game and start to show people that they maybe should have a bit more odds than they've evidently got on those websites, then we'll see. You know, it's best-of-3. Anything can happen. I'm hoping it's going to be a close series. But we're also seeing HellRaisers again a bit later on, aren't we, this evening after this first match against Virtus.pro.
Indeed we are. And we're about to start the match. I think they have done the knife round already. So, we're going to have Virtus.pro on the T side. HellRaisers starting on the CT.
Yep, and here we go into the first pistol round. It looks like we're live. It looks like we are ready to go. So, we've got a flamie, Dosia, AdreN, and kucher, and then the final player there for who's that A1? That will be
my mind has exploded right now. Oh no, kucher's on there. It's going to be Angel.
Yes, of course it's Angel, isn't it? Sorry, not the best start, but here we go. It's going to be a 4 versus 3 situation. Kucher is going to finish off byali there to put only 2 players from the Polish side alive, and Neo's going to get shot down as well there by kucher. Nice second headshot coming in from him, and Neo has got it all to play for here. Angel and kucher are low, but he's got a lot of work to do, and he's got to do it fast. He picks up 1, he's not going to be able to pick up second. Virtus.pro were successful in getting the bomb down though, so they will be able to get that extra cash in hand from planting the bomb. But the defuse will come in just about there for AdreN, securing the first round here for the CTs.
I wonder if they bought a kit in the first round, because I don't think they did actually. I saw 4 people with armor, and I don't think the other person bought a kit. So something that's a bit rare in HellRaisers makes me wonder if one of the former teammates was the man who would buy the kit. Maybe they've forgotten it there. But we're going to see the Tech-9 army coming into play here from the T side here for Virtus.pro. 3 Tech-9s, 1 Deagle on byali, and there's Pasha, number 3 on HLTV's player rankings for 2014, with the opening frag onto the CT. So that's going to be kucher down and out. We'll see if they manage to pick up that gun a bit later on. AdreN having to rotate into the mid position, and Angel going to take down byali. So it's going to be a 4-on-4 now.
Well, Snax has been able to pick up an AWP actually by the looks of things, and Angel is going to be able to take down Pasha there, so that's a big player to take out, securing the man advantage here for the CT side of HellRaisers. In goes the push towards the B-bomb site though. Snax just ensuring that nobody's going to be pushing through that door quickly as he puts that smoke grenade down there, and he's going to flash out as well as he tries to get the bomb down. He's got to be careful though, because he's only left on 10 HP, and TaZ only with a Tech 9 in hand. Yes, we do know how powerful this weapon it is, but against the likes of the FAMAS, is it going to be able to do much work? No, it won't. Dosia finishes him off with the SMG, and now Snax, lovely no scope there onto AdreN. He's going to find the last two players, but unfortunately it won't work. And for the second consecutive round, HellRaisers managing to retake the bomb site, this time on the B bomb site though, and they will successfully get that defused with plenty of time left to spare.
Okay, let's have a look to see if HellRaisers buy a kit in round 3. Going to rescue that AWP as well, which is going to be very important. So I can only assume that there was a mid-doors push there. Otherwise, I'm not sure how they would have got it so early. But going to be back in the hands of kucher. So with the absence of Markelov and Simple, looks like kucher's going to be the man with the AWP. And there's a great shot on byali, and that's why it's called suicide, people.
So TaZ pushing in towards the B bomb site. They're not wasting any time here, the Polish squad. They are getting right in the thick of things. flamie's going to be able to pick up 2. Is he going to get the 3rd? Yes, he will indeed. And Angel finishes off that last player, which was Neo. So no successful bomb plant here, this time for Virtus.pro, ensuring the 3rd round on the trot for HellRaisers here. So a good start for the relatively new lineup here. They managed to take the pistol and take the 2 rounds after that, but now of course this is when the men versus boys turns into men versus men. We've got 4 AK-47s and an AWP in the hands of Pasha as we go into round number 4.
Okay, so Pasha's bought the AWP with no armor whatsoever because he started with 4850 in that round, and you can see what it's cost him. Went for a peek there, didn't find anyone, and the nade's going to put him down to 19 HP. He did push on short from AdreN, and he does have support from the double stack in mid though, from Angel and kucher, but things are going to spread out back towards the sides after getting that frag. Going to slow down the TaZ as well. So Virtus.pro already in a difficult position here. Pasha again, no armor, 19 HP. 1 man down versus these CTs who are all untouched, save for 2 HP on Angel.
Well, the bomb is in mid as things stand. Pasha just seeing if he can find any more information even. And there's 2 players on catwalk, as you can see. Lovely angle there. As TaZ making his way up slowly. No real too much presence on the catwalk, although kucher, as you can see on your screen now, is going to be able to watch it just to see if any players are going to be advancing. And Virtus.pro need to make their mind up about where that bomb's going to go, and they need to do it relatively soon. You can see the clock at the top there just winding its way down. 38 seconds left on the clock. kucher in a gorgeous position here, just on the A ramp section, looking to see when Virtus.pro are going to make their move. In come the flashbangs, in comes the push from the Polish side. They smoke off the bomb site, but kucher's going to find one there, and that's Pasha out for the count. That AWP is down. TaZ responds, gets one, cannot get the second frag there, and unfortunately not enough entry frags, although Neo's got something to say with that. And it's now left in a 2 versus 3 situation. Dosia still without an SMG in hand, and the bomb is going to be planted once again here. And all of these CTs have got to push through catwalk by the looks of things. It looks like all 3 of them are going to make their way through that. Maybe not. Is that Dosia actually going to make his way up through cat? Yes, he will. He won't go CT, so in comes the push here from all 3 of these players. Neo is going to get 1. This has been a big round for him so far. What more work can he do? Angel fires the head of byali and knocks him out for the count. 1 versus 2. Neo's played well so far in this round. Is he going to be able to do any more? No, he will not. The bomb defuse should come in with enough time. Dosia does have a kit, and that will be 4-0 in favour of the CTs here.
Okay, so good start here for HellRaisers. Lots of money in the bank, as you can see there. A few players are going to need to rebuy though, so got to bear that in mind and see how much they have left afterwards. Virtus.pro going to force it up here. Not maximum nades for the whole team. See what they can do with it. See what they can do with it. 4 smokes though, which does give them a number of options, including mid pushes, short plants, and other things. Pasha once again in that suicide area. Let's see if kucher speaking. HellRaisers, Angel going to take an aggressive position and give TaZ an early frag. So that's another round where HellRaisers have pushed through mid and haven't come out on top, but still got a clean sheet though. 0 rounds so far for Virtus.pro.
I actually like that aggressive push there from Angel. He got a bit cocky. He was 5-0 at the time, so I don't really blame him for going for one of those pushes into lower tunnel to see what information he could get. But we've got trades across the map. flamie's going to find one there, and he's going to be calling out to his teammates that all of these players are pushing through. He can only take out 2, which leaves the man advantage once again in favour of Virtus.pro. And they've got to try and retake this B bomb site, and kucher has got an AWP. We know what damage he can do with it, but he's got to get in the face of some of those players. And AdreN actually just pushing through, not really caring by the looks of things, just going to go through on his own. kucher will get 1, but he doesn't know quite how close these last 2 players are. In goes the incendiary grenade to try and flush them out of there, but Snax will push through and secure the first round on the board here for Virtus.pro. So 4-1 will be the score. And that was a good push there from Virtus.pro. They got the information on B. They managed to push through successfully and not allow the remaining CT players to get through. Of course, though, because HellRaisers did take 4 rounds in a row, they are going to be able to successfully manage to get some more rifles in hand, though. And once again, kucher has got that orb.
Okay, so looks like we're going to have yet another aggressive push through mid. And they're going to go and boost straight up to short as well. This is really interesting. Very different way of doing things here. So HellRaisers looking much more aggressive than they used to be with their previous lineup. Ooh. 2 fast frags in mid with only 1 trade for the terrorist side. So 4 versus 3. Virtus.pro still in control of the bomb, but look how passive their positions are. They don't really have a whole lot of map control here. Just got control of the tunnels with Neo, and they're just kind of stuck at top mid. A bit afraid of if HellRaisers are going to have any more pushes on the map. And slowly they will have to decide which way to go. Split's going to be difficult here with only 3 players remaining for Virtus.pro. So running out of options with 1 minute on the clock.
So James, do you think that this kind of new HellRaiser style with these aggressive pushes onto catwalkers you've been spotting out, do you think this is kind of catching Virtus.pro unawares? Maybe they came into this match not quite expecting these sort of tactics coming in from the new HellRaiser squad?
I think it's hard to know what to expect whatsoever from the HellRaiser squad. Looking at the raw power of Simple and the way they played with him previously, and now they do have kucher orping, but it's a very different style. So really, in terms of aggression on the T side, it's hard to know what to expect here from HellRaisers. And sorry, I mean aggression from the CT side. Even I mean, kind of reading from the LDLC hymn sheet at the moment with this aggro through mid, and we've seen how successful it's been for them. So we'll see if it continues. The thing is, they need to know when to turn it up and to tone it down. Because if they just go 100% all the time, then you know, their economy can get tarnished straight away. Double AWPs now coming out for the HellRaiser side. flamie going to be picking one up as well. So looks like it might be a solo B hold here with the AWP, which will allow HellRaisers to put additional members in at different places. But look how fast this push is coming out through mid on this eco from Virtus.pro. Again, mid is a place that's commonly left empty at the beginning of the round from the CTs. So Virtus.pro going to quickly have a peek in there, but didn't get any picks, so they're going to back out before they get crossfired from both sides.
And in comes the push. TaZ is actually going to drop down, and he was already tagged, so he actually kills himself there. Suicide off the edge of the bridge into CT spawn, and flamie's just going to finish things off. kucher's going to get one with the big green gun as well, and it will all be left in the hands of byali. An unsuccessful push here onto the A-bomb site, and that's going to be HellRaisers with a clean sweep, no casualties on the CT side. AdreN was only left on 3 HP, but he managed to hold on strong, and that's going to secure the 6th round here for the CT. So Virtus.pro once again are going to be knocked down to another eco. TaZ has actually got armor, and they've got a couple of grenades in hand and a couple of Tech 9s as well. But still, this is not sitting pretty for this squad. And I do believe, I apologize if I get this wrong, but I think this map, Dust 2, was Virtus.pro's pick. I think it was. We'll double check that and get back to you if it was. But still, regardless of whose pick it was, HellRaisers with a gorgeous start so far.
Okay, so you can see Dosia's in a sneaky position. They're going to allow his teammates to bait for him while he plays a car position. That's going to allow HellRaisers to very quickly dominate on this second eco from Virtus.pro. So you can see got enough money to whip out the AWP there for Pasha, and this time with armor. You can see byali going to throw it over to him there on the HUD. So let's see if Pasha has an answer for kucher, but looks like he may be using his spawn to get a pick in long. It looks like AdreN and Dosia may be heading over in his direction. Let's see who comes out on top. Going to be smoked off, in fact. So you can see they were expecting the double eco from the T's. Reads it screams AWP, so they've gone for the counter smoke immediately. And
it seemed to have worked for them. Pasha's had to remove himself from that position, and he's going to get taken out there, so that is not a good start here. Snax will respond on to kucher, so that is going to be 1 AWP down a side here, but still, to get a player like Pasha, of course, as James spotted out earlier on, the 3rd rated player of 2014, according to HLTV, going down in such fashion is not going to be good, but the rest of the Virtus.pro squad are showing exactly what they can do. They've got 2 quick frags in succession, securing a 2-man advantage here in round number 9, and they've got control of the B bomb site. AdreN is going to start to try and even things up, though, as byali is going to go down. And are they going to try and even attempt this retake? We will have a look. Dosia's ages away, and there's actually one player right to his right here in CT spawn. He is going to find him, and wasn't expecting him there, so Snax is going to get caught out eventually through the smoke by AdreN. He's going to be the last one left alive, and because of the amount of money that the HellRaisers squad have been able to rack up, he's going to attempt this retake. He's in a 1 versus 2 situation. In goes the shot there as he takes down Neo. He's going to find the last player, but TaZ will eventually finish things off. And James, you know, even though the fact that Virtus.pro was in a 4-on-2 situation there, and they had good control on the B bomb site. That was a very, very close situation. You know, TaZ was the last player left alive, and if he'd have been caught unawares, HellRaisers may have even been within a shot of managing to defuse that bomb.
Yes, it made complete sense for HellRaisers to go for it despite the difficult odds, because they've got lots of money in the bank and Virtus.pro don't. So even if they don't win the rounds, they need to do as much economical damage as possible to get Virtus.pro back on an eco sooner rather than later. So good decision making there from HellRaisers, and they did do a lot of damage indeed. Now we have a 4-man push coming up short. Kucher gets the first frag. Gonna hopefully, he's not going to stay alive enough for his teammates to come and help him. We've got 2 in long though, so even if Snax get 1, he may get a trade frag, but doesn't even get the first frag. So HellRaisers still in control of long as the bomb is planted for short, which is going to be very helpful for them. Going to limit the positions of Virtus.pro as they go for this retake. You can see byali stuck on the site. Going to make things even worse with those Molotovs. Push coming in now, and TaZ is the last man left with 12 HP. He's going to try and stick this one out. It is planted for him, so if he can find the heads in time, then he might win the round, but 3 versus 1, 12 HP. Asking too much on this occasion.
HellRaisers just had too much control there. Virtus.pro allowed themselves to get onto the site and get that bomb plant, but as soon as they got the bomb down, obviously Snax got caught out at long there with 2 players over towards the pit area, and there were a couple of players in CT spawn as well, and they pretty much just ran rage on the A bomb site to secure HellRaisers' 8th round here. So as we go into round number 11, it is unfortunately for the Polish side going to be another eco for them. So Pasha's got that CZ75 in hand and a P250 in the hands of Neo, but not much else going on. And let's see what they decide to do.
See, we've got 3 CTs in the B site, so it looks like they were expecting a fast play from Virtus.pro, but there was no fast play. Angel and flamie going to get the first 2 frags, as again Virtus.pro are on the eco, and you can see the importance now of even when HellRaisers lost that round, Virtus.pro cost them 4 people's worth of money, and that's going to mean that this could have been a round where they possibly bought if they had more people survive, but unfortunately for them, it is going to be an eco. TaZ looking for a close range 1-tap with someone pushing the door, so he's going to just bide his time. He's not expecting to win the round here, but maybe pick up a gun. So maybe here for a little while, although HellRaisers may win the patience game and TaZ may go through the doors to try and get a frag. But he will be up against 2. Oh, there's a massive dink there. AdreN left with 8 HP, but he can't finish him off, and it will be Angel to do the rest.
So, James, I mean, what would you say here for Virtus.pro? Obviously, HellRaisers coming in strong now with a 7-round advantage. We've only got a couple of rounds left in the first half before things do switch. Virtus.pro are going to be lucky to get to a 9-6 half here. What do you think they need to change up to start to bring things back in their favour?
Well, they need to be unpredictable. Again, you saw that they had a double eco, and HellRaisers expected the AWP, and they immediately smoked Pasha off and then eliminated him a lot easier than it otherwise would have been. So you could say that in some parts, Virtus.pro's tactics may have been a bit telegraphed here for the HellRaisers side, and they've made the right decisions to put things back into their favour. The Virtus.pro never got their economy running really, and haven't been able to control the game or many of the rounds. So HellRaisers looking solid at the moment, and what do Virtus.pro do? It's difficult to say really. I mean, we've seen Pasha go long twice with the AWP, and that hasn't worked out for them. They're running out of rounds, in fact, to get something done here on the T side. They've got control of short, which is really important. Now you can see there's 3 people huddled around long. We saw in a previous round how important long is, especially for CTs on the retake, so ideally Virtus.pro can take long here, but HellRaisers also know how important long is, and they've got 2 people holding it at the moment in very unexpected positions. You can see Dosia just playing the position where AdreN baits for him, and he goes and gets basically a free frag. Ooh. And gets a bomb down as well with only 1 terrorist remaining. He goes down shortly after, and that's another solid round from HellRaisers. But one of the issues for Virtus.pro is HellRaisers have, again, 40% a new team, but where they were previously playing around their AWP, Simple was just roaming around destroying people. He's no longer here, so this is a completely new HellRaisers, and it's got to be hard for Virtus.pro to have any idea as to how they will play now. I mean, going by previous matches and so on, there's only so much they can take into this game.
Well, byali's going to get stuck down by a HE grenade there right to the face. Border Deagle, it's not going to come into much use by the looks of things as he gets taken out to start things off into round number 13, and with the control that HellRaisers has had over the Polish team's economy, they're just forcing them down into another eco as well. Snax will respond on to Angel to take him out, but the bomb's been caught in mid as flamie gets 1, flamie gets 2. Lovely double headshot there coming in with his M4. He's really been on form with that so far in this half, and you've got to give it up to the HellRaisers squad. They've looked very impressive indeed. The bomb's been caught out, so that's where the CTs are going to stack all of their player advantage too. Dosia is going to take down Snax, and Neo's going to try and find one player there. He's going to be able to take down Kucher, but AdreN will respond, and that's going to be 11-2 to the score. And before this round, so in round number 12 it was, although Virtus.pro had control over short, you actually saw, I think, one of the HellRaisers CTs boosted on top of another player just towards mid-doors there. So we actually got the information to know exactly where Virtus.pro was. They weren't able to pick up any kills, but they got the information that Virtus.pro had control of short. And as we saw, Dosia in a lovely position over towards the long.
Look at this from Angel. He's just gone straight up the middle of mid. Does get one frag. Going to be a lot of information, but obviously often you're going to find Virtus.pro on the T-sided mid anyway, so it only gives them so much. But look at the aggression here. We've got AdreN and Kucher in short. So they're just dominating this map and really mind-skewering Virtus.pro here now. Like, if you're Virtus.pro, what do you do in this situation? Kucher did get a tag through the wall on Snax. Snax going to be left with 13 HP. And very important to note, you had the open and aggressive position, but should he have to fall back, you had a rifler there for support as well, which is always important when you're doing risky things like that. So, after losing a player quickly in the trade at the top of mid, look how much it slows down Virtus.pro. 1 minute remaining, and they've got a guy in T-spawn rotating to the B bomb site. Definitely less than ideal. Lots of smokes all over the map as well, just wasting their time. It's almost like an Inferno round.
Very slow indeed. Now they're going to get the information. flamie gets one. Snax was already low, and he's actually going to be able to pick up 3 huge shots there. So I don't know how Virtus.pro aren't landing their shots. They're just allowing the HellRaisers team to completely outgun them. So flamie, as you know, I pointed it out in the last round, he's really been on form with that M4. AdreN will finish with taking out TaZ, and there's going to be a 10-round difference here. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that this is Virtus.pro's map pick. They did decide to play Dust 2. I believe we'll be going on to Inferno as the second map, and Mirage if needed. And HellRaisers actually chose Inferno. And I have to be honest, James, I think we're seeing this more and more now, where the team who pick the map actually end up losing it. I don't know if that's just me spotting those things, but I just see it time and time again recently, especially with the North American casting that I've been doing recently.
Angel once again. Look at this with AdreN. AdreN going to go down. They're going to know Angel's there as well, but he gets a second frag with the M4A4. Virtus.pro just getting cleaned out very early in rounds. I mean, look, they've got control of long with Snax in the pit, but he's only got one other player to play with. So how is this guy going to go up short and try and push for the two-pronged assault? Got to watch his back, got to watch his front. No one to flash in for him. Things very difficult. 2 versus 4 here. This is almost impossible. Snax gets taken out by the AWP now. Only byali remaining for Virtus.pro, and that is going to be that. But the problem here for Virtus.pro is that they're essentially playing a mixed team in that there's no real history for them to look at with this particular lineup. I mean, you can only take so much from the HellRaisers' previous match where they lost because it's only one match, and it was their first match with this lineup. So you've got to take that with a pinch of salt. And again, this is something I think the bettors on CSGO Lounge have underestimated, and you can see the odds on e-gaming bets on this occasion are probably more accurate to what's realistic here. But again, you know, it's hard to strat against a mixed team. Yeah. It's difficult.
Yeah, well, have a look at that scoreboard there at the half-time mark. 17 frags for flamie there and only 4 deaths. And byali, 1 frag. I hate to point out players who aren't having the best of games, but for the Katowice champions, and the last event they won actually was in August here in London at the Gfinity 3 tournament. So it's been a while. That was August time since their last event win, but they did come second to XII LAN 17 finals, I do believe as well. But byali dropping 1 frags, you know, that's rare. You don't see that every day.
It is, but the CT side is a good opportunity for him to start racking up frags and get right back into the game. But with only 2 rounds on the board in the first half, they're going to have to win this pistol. Otherwise, this map is going to go to HellRaisers.
Well, here we go, round number 16 it is, and this is absolutely crucial. We cannot kind of emphasize it enough how important it is here for Virtus.pro, and even the new people to CSGO, if you are joining us for the first time and you're not too sure about how this game quite works, I think it's pretty obvious even to you guys how far behind Virtus.pro are and how crucial it is to pick up these important rounds. And a lot of armor across the board. Angel, Dosia and Kucher all going for armor. TaZ, Neo, Snax and Pasha as well also going for armor, and byali deciding to go for the defuse kit. And 45 seconds left on the clock. That bomb is in lower tunnels at the second. It looks like we could eventually have a split. Or are 4 players actually going to make their way just through B tunnels upper alone? Neo's going to be the first one there to try and find them, and he's going to get the first kill of the round. He gets the second, gets the third as well. Will he get the fourth? This has been a huge play from Neo here, exactly what the Virtus.pro squad needed. Dosia's going to try and respond and eventually will take him out, so only the 3k there from Neo. But now the rotation comes in from the rest of the CTs. They've caught the HellRaisers squad out. They've taken it too slow, unfortunately, here. Dosia will actually get another one there, so it is now a 3-on-2, but both of those players are tagged. 10 seconds left on the clock. They've not got enough time whatsoever. Snax will pick up the last 2. And finally, Virtus.pro put some fighting force down. But they've got a long way to climb here, James.
Yeah, very good angle there. Maximum distance. USPS is the best stock pistol at range versus the P2000 and the Glock. So definitely abusing the small advantage he has there. So great play. And again, this is going to be an important round. We can see there is a scout on the HellRaiser side, going to be rolling with Angel, but he's not going to find anyone in mid anytime soon. Smoke and an absence of CT players as we have a 2-0-3 setup here between the B, middle and A bomb sites respectively. You can see Snax with the Mag 7. Quite curious to see where he's going to be playing on B, so he's going to get rack up some money if they choose to push tunnels, but it looks like it's going to be short at the time being. We've got 2 Virtus.pro players on deck, larger in charge, but they've got nobody in long. This could be terrible for them.
Well, I don't know quite how much information they've got so far, but they're about to have 5 angry terrorists come onto their screen. And here we go. In comes the push. Flash grenades going down. They're going to get flash back, though, to try and push them down. They've realised that they've got no presence long, so now they're going to push through there. But the thing is that Dosia's already there to find them. He's going to catch them both unawares, and Pasha and byali go down in quick success. And that was just absolutely awful, unfortunately, there for the Virtus.pro squad. Neo will already be the last one left alive. And HellRaisers played that absolutely flawlessly.
Oh my!
Wow, that you do not see that every day from any team, especially Virtus.pro, right?
That is, I can only imagine they were expecting the T's to push to try and rush a site, so they wanted the players on the site, but it just, oh man, they left long alone. Dosia with the dig. It's weird. They left long alone, and then they backed off to long to try and put range between them and a potential push, but they had nobody covering long, so. It was just a complete disaster. That was a complete disaster, and that round may win HellRaisers the first map.
Well, I have a feeling it could do. You never know, though. You cannot count a team out until the final 16th round is won, and Neo's going to start things off well there by taking out AdreN with the headshot with the scout in hand. So if you are a Virtus.pro fan, you've got to be hoping that they can just take this round by round and see what they can do. Dosia will respond onto byali, though, evening things up here. In round number 18 into a 4-on-4. Make that a 4v3 now as Angel shuts down Snax here. And once again, that bomb looks like it could potentially be making its way over towards the A-bomb site. Still in mid at the second, but they have got the opening there as kucher takes down Pasha. Neo will get his second kill of the round there, I do believe, with that scout in hand. He's knocked down to 15 HP, though, and flamie's going to spot him there with a FAMAS. Jumps over the top and will finish him off. So TaZ in a 1 versus 3 situation here. He's gone on the flank. He's got one. Will he get the second? 5-7 in hand. He's knocked that player so low, and he will as well. Oh my gosh, if he gets this 1 versus 3 clutch, that will be huge for TaZ here. And he will do it, in fact, as well. And HellRaisers, just on the cusp of the victory there, they've just been got back there, and that's exactly what they needed. And I can imagine how loud TaZ must be shouting right now after that 1 versus 3 clutch.
TaZ is the hero they needed, but not the one they deserved after that previous round. He keeps them into this game, and I know he's going to be hype and screaming all kinds of things on these comms. Now, please, no more mess-ups from Virtus.pro. This is very, very important. Snax in a position with a snap with the Mag 7, does great damage on flamie as well, down to 10 HP, so that's going to be a job well done by Snax. One-man advantage here, but flamie is just one tap on the shoulder away from exiting this round. Kucher going to get a flying nade into the face there, so things are going well for Virtus.pro, and I don't think HellRaisers are in the position to turn this round away in the way that TaZ did at top mid with that 5-7.
flamie left down to 10 HP, and that's one thing that I actually, spotting out that scout there from Pasha as he does manage to pick up another kill there onto flamie, who was already low, but Pasha realised that he tagged that player up short, so he just chucked that HE grenade over the top, and knew as long as it connected he'd get a confirmed kill there, and that's the power that the scout can do. You can really, if you only get a tag onto somebody and don't finish them off straight away, you can do some good work, but Virtus.pro able to secure their second round in a row, and round number 5 for them. 3 players left alive, so that's only going to have to be, I believe it was Snax Snax and Pasha having to rebuy there. But James, they've still got a long way to climb.
Yeah, I'm still reeling from that round, but we have to get over it now. What's done is done. Virtus.pro have a 9-round deficit right now as HellRaisers push long with a flashbang. Again, it is an eco for them. No armor to be seen on the terrorist side. Those are going to get naded in long, down to 32 HP. Angel going to get cleaned up as well, but byali is down. Snax low HP, and TaZ gets eliminated. This is just falling apart for Virtus.pro. They're looking like a whole team of glass cannons right now.
It's really weird to see. It's not exactly what you expect to see, and Dosia is going to get knocked down to 1 HP. So still Virtus.pro with a good advantage here, and he is going to get finished off there, but could just actually been able to pick up an AK-47, and now they're making their move over towards the B bomb site. The CTs are aware of it though. Neo just looking over towards Xbox to see if he can find anybody, but it is only going to be his teammate there, and they have control of the B bomb site, so they should try and get this bomb down. They've got plenty of time to play with here, but Neo's already going to try and catch them unawares, and he spotted that player, and he will get one there. Kucher just peeks and finds him. AdreN will be the last man left alive. P250 in hand, no bomb plant, no kills for him, and that will be Virtus.pro securing their 6th round. But again, that was a little too close for comfort.
Indeed it was. I don't think we're going to see an AWP on the HellRaisers side just yet. I'm curious to see how things will continue if Kucher starts to pick one up later, but for the time being, Pasha does have one. And again, they can't afford to lose one round. You can see Snax looking to give HellRaisers a taste of their own medicine as he smokes off lower tunnel. It's going to give HellRaisers the inkling that somebody may be behind it. You can see the nades coming in from the short area. Snax going for the push through the smoke, but Angel just rips his head off immediately, and that is going to be fantastic for HellRaisers. No damage really taken on their side so far. 1-man advantage. CT still in control of short, but for how much longer? That is the question. You can see they're getting that smoke down. They're going to waste some time. Nades being bounced in. That's going to take chunks off of byali's HP. Down to 60 now. Pasha getting some work in with that. Oh, 4 versus 4 now.
Oh, Angel with the lovely shot there. And responds on to Pasha with the revenge kill with his AK-47 in hand. Once again securing the man advantage here in favour of HellRaisers. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, they need 2 more rounds to secure the win. Angel doing some great work, even though he's been knocked down to 3 HP. And it's now a 3 versus 2. TaZ finds that bomb in front of him on long, and he's going to be calling it out to the rest of his teammates to be aware of that. He will get Angel, so that's going to be things into a 2-on-2 situation, and this is very, very close. We cannot underestimate how much time HellRaisers have got here to play with, which is only 20 seconds or so, but how much Virtus.pro need this round. And that shot there from Neo is going to help them out a bit. And unfortunately for Dosia here, he's far away from that bomb, and I don't quite think he's going to have enough time to pick up this round, but we will see. You never quite know. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he made it back to the site in time. So while he's smoking off short, he needs 3.5 seconds to plant this bomb, and he's not going to have time to do it. So he's going to go for the frag instead.
Wow.
And such is life. Can't really complain about that. Just one of those things. When someone lands on your head,
yeah,
it's actually really hard to shoot someone who is on top of you.
Yeah.
It's even harder to knife someone who's below you when you're standing on their head. Just being nerdy. But, again, can't really complain about that. Things happen. Good decision making there by Dosia. Didn't have time to plant the bomb. So, went for the frag instead with the few seconds he had left. Match point, HellRaisers. See, the force buy has come out for Virtus.pro. We've got armor and helmets on the whole team, but all they have is 2 Deegs, an M4, a Scout, and a P250.
Is that going to be enough? Well, the M4 is going to be enough for Neo here to start things off as he shuts down flamie to start things off. We'll find a second player there and picks up the kill onto Angel. He's not actually been knocked down for much as well. Down to 74 HP, but that's still going to be okay. So this is actually looking relatively good here for Virtus.pro, but we know what HellRaisers they can do. They've got control of short, and they've managed to make their way up to Catwalk. That information is going to be found. Dosia once again is going to try and get some information long, and he will pick up byali there. It's trays all across the map as lots of shots go down. AdreN picks up 2. He will eventually get shut down, and it all will be left up here to the hands of Dosia. In goes that HE grenade, and it will shut down Pasha here. So 1-on-1, 100 HP for the angry Polish CT, and Dosia only on 9 HP will get shut down. So no first map win here in round number 22 for HellRaisers. Virtus.pro hanging on by a thread.
That was anyone's there. I mean, with an AK, despite low health, all he needs is 1 tap to the face, and that's going to be map 1 of this best of 3. Excuse me. So again, but look at the ropey buy here from Virtus.pro. M4, 2 scouts, FAMAS, AK. They're all over the place right now. See byali with no nades to speak of whatsoever as well. So going to be harder to smoke off. Going to have to support each other a bit more here. Limited on the flashbangs as well, so even counter flashes and peaks and so on are going to be hard for Virtus.pro. So this is going to be a very difficult round indeed for the Polish side. Using one of the 2 smokes they have versus this eco. 2 scouts versus an eco. Let's have a look at the positions they're playing in. We've got Pasha just jumping in the box area near CT spawn, and Neo's on B. So I'm quite curious as to how this round will play out. It could really go either way.
Yep, it could indeed. And 5P250s is going to be the name of the game here for the HellRaisers squad. Pasha jumps up, finds them all up there, so he's going to try and get that grenade through there. And actually picks up 3 huge kills. Look at Pasha there with a 4K. TaZ denied him of the ace. But, you know, the 3rd rated player of 2014 for HLTV just showed why he is one of the best players in the game. Yes, they were all on an eco, but he backed away just at the right time and placed a lovely grenade there onto Catwalk, picking up a 4K in the end.
That is a good example of how you do a lot with a little. RIP in pierogi for HellRaisers. If you've never had pierogi, I highly recommend it. I love pierogi. Kind of like dumplings. Often has cheese, cabbage in, things like that. Tastes divine.
You're making me hungry, dude. Don't do this to me.
So let's have a look at how things are going here.
byali
still, he's doubled his kills. We've got a 100% success rate now. He's gone from 1 to 2, but with 21 deaths, it's just not his game today. But hopefully he can get back into the next map. So it looks like they're going to proceed with the 2 scouts as well. Pasha could potentially upgrade into an M4 here. You can see he's got 3400 in the bank. But they're going to roll with the 2 scouts anyway. Or maybe he goes for a potentially a late buy here, as obviously we are paused here for a short time. So again, Virtus.pro looking, I mean, maybe they're just going in cold here or something, but they're looking very, very messy, to say the least, at the moment. But who knows? Virtus.pro are a team where this can happen in one map, and then the next map they can just go nuts and go overdrive, and the Virtus plow comes out, just drives over your house.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see if they can do that. Of course, they're not quite out of this one yet. You never know with Virtus.pro. As James says, the Virtus plow even could come out, and they could try and even this one back up. But with a score of 15-8, HellRaisers only need 5 more successful kills to be able to take the first map here on Dust 2. So hopefully it won't be a long pause. Hopefully we'll be back into the game soon. But if you are just joining us, this is the SLTV StarSeries season. We've got HellRaisers going up against Virtus.pro in our first best of 3 of the evening, and then we should have HellRaisers going up against Penta a bit later on.
One thing to mention to you guys is we are going to have some giveaways today. We tried to do some giveaways tomorrow, but you want to know what happened yesterday. So again, on CSGO Lounge, when you're betting on matches, you can see there's a function when I think it's when matches live, I'm not sure, where you can send in skins, boxes, or stickers, or whatever random stuff you have, and we will give it away on stream. Now we're going to do a bag of swag. So again, our selection process is something special here. We didn't get to show it yesterday. Maybe you'll see it today. But one thing is a bag of swag. Obviously, the bisons are floating around, guys. There's always bison somewhere. But for subscribers today, we will also be giving away a flip knife night. This is quite a nice little knife indeed. So this is going to be our subscriber giveaway today. It was meant to be yesterday, but it will be, in fact, today. So I think we will do this after game 1. And I think it's... Well, we may do it after game 1. It will be given away at some point today, but I think we have to do the new selection progress. Dan obviously you can see is away today. Yeah. He wanted to wait until he got back to do it, but I'm sorry, Dan, I'm too impatient.
Well, we'll have to see. Yeah, we do like you subscribers at home, so thank you to everybody tuning in at the second, waiting for this game to go back live. The score is 15-8. We're just waiting for a pause. Not quite sure what it's all about, but hopefully it won't be too long here. So let's just discuss, I mean, what's happened so far and what really Virtus.pro need to do to bring themselves back into this. So, I mean, 15-8 scoreline. Half of them seem like they've just woken up and they're half asleep really in this game, and they're slowly starting to come back into it, but it's not been quite enough. And HellRaisers have just run ragged on them. So going into Inferno, assuming of course that Virtus.pro do lose this, depending on what side they start, what do Virtus.pro need to do to get in the mindset of HellRaisers and start to counter them? Do they need to start showing them some aggression themselves, or do they just need to simply be starting to land their shots more often, because HellRaisers are on a pure level just outgunning them sometimes?
I think I think Inferno should be a more difficult map for HellRaisers because they have 2 new players in their lineup. I think on the T side, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need set plays on the T side.
Yeah.
I mean, you can peek up mid with pop flashes and so on, which is simple enough to do. But things can be a bit more difficult in this regard. And I think we may have to go for a break during this pause, guys, because it may be a few minutes longer. So we will be back shortly once we are ready to continue with the match.
think of the future, I think of the men and machines and friends and ideas and philosophy and experience.
About it tomorrow.
Hello guys and welcome back. We're just going to give you a quick update. We're waiting for Angel to reconnect to the server. He has some connectivity issues to the intertube. So I think it's going to take another 5 minutes. But while we wait for that, we may as well find out about Chewwy. I don't know how many of the Counter-Strike guys are familiar with you. So let's have a brief history of Chewwy.
A brief history. Well, I'm going to get loads of hate in the chat, I would have thought, initially, because I knew this is...
I'm not setting you up for this, but
You are setting it's fine, everybody sets me up. So I made my first appearance within the esports scene casting Call of Duty. Yes, boom. I was on the wrong side. I was a console guy and casted that game for about a year.
I have to say something, though, about Call of Duty, right? There's two types of COD. This is the thing. Like I'm often quite rude about COD, but only about like console COD, because there's COD, and then there's the PC Pro Mod COD with mouse and keyboard, which is a pretty serious and really good game. Yeah, I agree. And I respect that game, but I don't respect.
You don't respect the.
I don't respect dogs and helicopters. And
you don't like that stuff, no?
And no.
Well, that's the thing, and that's where it starts to come, and I start to move to the dark side, because like you, James, I started to kind of disrespect that stuff myself, and not really kind of like it. It wasn't my thing anymore. It was when they were kind of started boosting around maps with jetpacks on their backs that I started to go, maybe this isn't for me. Yeah,
well, I only do it in a trolly way, not in a serious way. I respect all competitive sports, no matter what you use for them. But being a Counter-Strike player for 12 years is kind of like a... You know, it's I suppose you could call it a purist thing, maybe. But anyway, so now you're in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I moved to Counter-Strike, made the decision to move full-time and move completely away from Call of Duty in August time actually last year, and decided to put all of my efforts within esports towards Counter-Strike, and I absolutely love it. I just fell in love with the game, and I've got my casting duo, Kai Knight, who's at home and bullying me as always, even over Twitter now. He's trolling me on Twitter, so shout out to that man. And actually, myself and him recently, we got picked up by the organisation Ninjas in Pyjamas, and we're going to be doing some media content from then. So yeah, we've got a pretty busy time coming in 2015.
So you've been doing a few videos on the NIP YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, we have indeed, yeah. So we've been just releasing a couple of videos just to get some kind of, just to gauge some interest from the community, to see what they wanted out of us. We've been releasing some top 5 plays, we've been releasing some tutorials on how certain teams, actually Virtus.pro was our first video, how they push bomb sites, what they kind of do, and just some information about the team. So we've got loads of things in stock, which hopefully we'll be bringing out over the course of the year, and just helping out the CSGO community, really. That's our plan.
Awesome. For those of you who wanted to watch the broadcast yesterday with our qualifiers, I've got some updates for you. We did play the matches offline, obviously, because there was continued disruption in those matches, so we were left with little choice. But you know, the integrity of the games were important. They were important qualifiers. LGB won their game, so you will see them in the FACEIT 2015 league, and the second match was won by Na'Vi. I believe it was 16-3 and 16-7. So finally, we will see Na'Vi in the FACEIT league. I am looking forward to that very much.
Yeah, it's good to see them actually coming back and doing some good work here. Obviously, they're a strong squad. They've got quite a stacked roster full of players, and it'll be good to see them in there, because I feel sometimes, like, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like Na'Vi sometimes can kind of be a bit underrated. You know, obviously not to some of the professional players, but sometimes they go, oh, it's just Na'Vi, maybe they won't turn up today. But they can just come in and absolutely steamroll people out of absolutely nowhere sometimes, I feel. So,
yeah.
you know, they're just one of those teams that can come out of absolutely nowhere, and hopefully now that they're in the league and they'll be involved like that, they can pull up some really big, I don't think upsets is the right word, but they can come in big.
I think they're far beyond upset.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
If they beat any team in there, I wouldn't call it an upset, unless... No. I don't know. I mean, because of how strong Fnatic were towards the end of 2014, I think it may come to a point where when they lose, it's an upset against certain teams. I don't know, but we will see. But I mean, for now, like, Na'Vi were playing amazing, but I think they were far stronger than the teams they played, because the last 2 matches it was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Guardian and his team. I mean, and the thing is, since we've last seen them a lot, they seem to have developed their tactics quite some way. Again, if you go to youtube.com/faceitcom, you can see Guardian throw a smoke from T-spawn on Mirage across the middle of the map into the van area on B. It's absolute insanity. It's like the biggest fake I've ever seen in my life. I've seen him do these fakes before. I've seen him throw, if I remember correctly, I think he was almost in second mid, and he threw a smoke into CT on B. And they're finding these absolutely insane smokes. So we had, I think it was Edward in B apps, and he threw a smoke over the roof, which lands on the platform in front of the van, which pretty much it didn't go correctly on that occasion. But I think the premise is there to cause a fast rotation. You had 4 CTs trying to defend a B bomb site, but from just Edward, 1 person left on his poor lonesome, and just got annihilated by Guardian. But that's not even it. If you watch the rest of the video, Guardian AWPs somebody in CT, then he goes through CT, through the little crack into CPL, and he just hops through onto CPL window, onto short, which I've never seen anyone do before. Normally they jump onto the ladder area, but he just bounced onto that, which I tried to do it yesterday. I was thinking like 1 in every 20 times. But I mean, yeah, it was, just watch that little highlight. It was amazing.
So Na'Vi, are they the team to look out for, you think, so far in the league? Are they going to be the team that you're going to be suggesting people to put their skins on quite often?
I wouldn't dare suggest people bet either way, but Na'Vi are a team we wanted to have in our first league, but our schedules clashed. They were on holiday, unfortunately, at the time, and like an extended one. But I'm highly looking forward to them playing all of these teams.
It's going to be good to see them in 2015 bringing some new things out. You know, you've listed some of the things that they've been doing with these new smokes and things like that. So do you think with the turn of a new year, a lot of teams are going to be exploring new possibilities like that? Or do you think Na'Vi are just maybe a bit ahead of the game with some of these things?
Well, I feel like we've had there are a lot of variables going into this new year.
Yeah.
We're in a post-VAC era where various teams have lost players and now they've got new lineups. We've got the kind of shuffle in Europe, CIS, and North America. You've got the new DAT team. You've got the new HellRaisers that we're seeing at the moment. There's just a whole lot going on, and again, new tactics. I can see this HellRaiser lineup is looking completely different. We can see the aggression they've got here. They're not so much about nades as they are just very aggressive positioning so far. Then we've got the crazy fakes coming out from Na'Vi. There's just a hell of a lot going on, and I think that this year is going to be completely unpredictable.
I like that, though. That's what we like in CSGO. I think that was one of the things, again, initially going back to my former Call of Duty days that really started to attract me to this game, is just how unpredictable sometimes this could be. And we're actually seeing it in the game, which we're currently viewing now. This is a best of 3 between Virtus.pro and HellRaisers. If you are just joining us, the score on the first map, which is Dust 2, is actually 15-8 in favour of HellRaisers. And the score at the half-time mark, I do believe, was 13-2.
Indeed it was.
In favour of the team. But, you know, we saw the stats on the screen earlier on showing the favours on the odds on the betting websites, and it was heavily in favour of the Polish team, which, you know, a lot of people couldn't really complain about, but HellRaisers are coming in incredibly strong. Yeah,
Virtus.pro are hanging into this game by the skin of their teeth right now, but this break may actually do them good. It gives them some time to just chill out and say, okay guys, what's going wrong for us right now? Why does byali only have 2 kills? Where are we making the mistakes? And how can we make things more solid for the remainder of this game? And again, who knows what can happen after this break? But I'm looking forward to watching it.
Do you think Virtus.pro are already thinking about Inferno, or do you think they're going to be trying to just go one round at a time and bring this back into overtime?
It's never over until it's over.
Yeah.
We've seen HellRaisers before. It was a previous lineup though, but we've seen them with 14. I think it was like 14-3, and they've lost 16-14. So. The match is never over until it's over. But again, guys, the game is still paused at the moment, so we're going to go back to a break. But before we do, just want to show you once again, we are going to have a subscriber giveaway for a flip knife. At some point, we will see the selection process. So it may not be the first giveaway, guys. We will see. It could be a knife, it could be a bison, it could be a bag of swag. We will find out once this first game of this best of 3 is complete. But for now, we're going to hit the break, and we will see you once these guys are ready to resume this game. Welcome back. We are back because we are back. About to get back into the game. NIP Chewwy. Check out his info. NIP Chewwy on Twitter. NIP Chewwy on Twitter.
Yeah, come and say hello. I've been reading some comments in between, so come and say hi. Come and give me some constructive criticism if you've got any comments for me. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in, though, and coming and saying hello. And I hate to do a plug like this, but I'm actually giving some stuff away on my Twitter at the minute. So
oh my God, I'm just going to pull the plug
I'm
now.
sorry. But,
hi guys,
I'm doing some giveaways.
I've got a car outside. In the back, I've got an old jacket, a remote control, and a left trainer. If you want to buy some stuff, then come and have a look. What do you think this is? NIP Chewwy.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to throw it out there.
That's disgraceful.
You love me, really.
Doing giveaways of our own later on.
You are indeed.
This match should go live very, very shortly, guys. Indeed, it is live right now.
There we go.
We see the clock going down. I'm still in shock, Chewwy. Shameless plugging here.
Have to do it. Have to do it.
Anyway, we are into an eco round from HellRaisers. Kucher with an AK. Not much else going on for this team. See if Virtus.pro can hold on as they are facing many, many match points. Indeed, flamie naded down to 38 HP there. Slow start for HellRaisers on this eco.
It is indeed, and flamie is going to get knocked down to 13 HP to start things off there, and you can see they've got a heavy presence in mid at the second, and Neo actually there with that scout in hand is going to be looking towards B tunnels, which is exactly where the bomb is coming through. So in comes the push. They've managed their way there to make their way through mid, but they're going to get stopped in their tracks by Virtus.pro here. Dosia will respond, but it will all be left up to him. He's got his second frag. Will he get a third? No, he will not.
Okay, so for anyone wondering, why is Dosia running through the door with the bomb? Up against 3 players, he really needs to try and narrow the odds. He's got basically no chance of getting a bomb plant in that situation. So he wants to try and get a very fast frag, take them by surprise, try and narrow the odds, do the best he can. Unfortunately, didn't get the frag on that occasion. No connection through the door with that orb. Let's have a look at who is going to be peeking him. Indeed, it's going to be Pasha, but he's rotating over to the A site before... after not getting that early connection. So, if we look at the map control we have from the T's here, they're going to be covering lower tunnel and subsequently the kind of the mid area, and just playing ranges at the moment in mid. Just keeping an eye on the T side. Generally, you want one person just loitering around long to make sure you don't get flanked, because if you do, you could all entirely be eliminated in this area. I've basically drawn a lollipop on the screen for you there, for you guys. Got that mid to B fake coming in, but there will be no push. So I think they're just trying to get the CTs to rotate to different areas, but not going to work out just yet, as TaZ is the man with a plan for the CTs.
51 seconds left on the clock here. That bomb's still on catwalk. And they're going to be making their way up there soon, you would have thought, because they've also got 2 players, which I believe will be Dosia and AdreN. Yes, it will do indeed, as you point out on the screen, in long doors as well. So there should be an A split. And it's looking good here. I like the setup from the CTs. Byali in pit is going to be the first man to find those players coming out of long. And here we go. Out come the flashes. In comes the push from the T side of HellRaisers. Okay,
you can see Pasha's going to be holding in the Skadoodle area, but he's got people from 2 sides to try and fend off as his teammate is smoked in the pit. Byali, though, going to get their trade frag after Pasha goes down. And that's going to be a strong clean-up for Virtus.pro on the CT side. Going to pick up the AWP as well. So not a bad hold at all. Could have gone terribly, terribly worse there. Saw the 2-pronged assault with the timing, with the nades and the flashes there from the HellRaisers side. Again, very important that to note that they deliberately smoked off the player in pit to try and isolate Pasha. However, it did go in Virtus.pro's favour.
Well, Snax is going to push up aggressively here in round number 26, and so I think that may have been Neo as well. Didn't quite catch that, but they are going to be able to get 2 entry frags here, make that 3. Kucher will eventually respond onto TaZ, but this is just an anti-eco here for the Polish side of Virtus.pro, so relatively clean work so far. They're not making any mistakes after we saw them get eco'd earlier on in the game, I do believe. So it's all going to be left up to Dosia here. He does have the bomb in lower tunnels, but not much work. Virtus.pro has started to wake up here. They've started to get the ball rolling. And as these rounds start to rack up here, James, it's looking ever more likely that they can try and do something and actually bring this back into overtime. But still, we can't kind of underestimate the fact that HellRaisers need 5 single more kills in a round to win the first map.
Indeed. And that could have gone a little bit worse for Virtus.pro there, as they had 2 people pushing up mid, didn't find anyone, turned around and started running back, but there was a player just out of sight here. Then as they started to run back here, this player came up and was running distraction while they had two Terra players coming down through lower tunnel, so they almost got sandwiched between both areas, but obviously TaZ was aware of that as well. He went for a quick peek into lower tunnel and started to clean things up there for Virtus.pro, so they were also aware of their predicament, not just the terrorist side. Again, aggressive positions. And you often find this when there's a huge deficit, the CTs can't necessarily afford to just hold back and play passive positions, because if one round doesn't go their way, then that's pretty much a wrap, as we can see here with HellRaisers at match point. So you will often see aggressive positioning from Virtus.pro, but they're going to have to mix it up. If they do it the same place every round, they will be telegraphed, and HellRaisers may be able to punish that.
So 1 minute and 7 seconds left on the clock. Only 4 rounds now, the difference between these two squads. And as we said, it's definitely getting close between these two teams. But Pasha, with that AWP in hand, he's got to be very, very careful indeed, because he has only been left on 3 HP. It's still 5v5 though, so not too much information as of yet.
TaZ is being DDoS, as you can see there. He is seems to be very fond of this wall. So we are going to have a pause, and I think this round should be replayed, as nobody is dead yet, and TaZ is literally just admiring the scenery. So that's quite unfortunate there for Virtus.pro. And I know TaZ did get DDoS yesterday in both matches on a different stream as well, so definitely not a good week for Counter-Strike at all.
No, it's not been. It's been one of those things, you know, we could get into the whole discussion of DDoSing, but, you know, it would just be repeating pretty much the same of what the community's heard before. Yeah,
so we will cut to a break, guys, as this DDoS is dealt with, hopefully. Actually, I don't think the break is going to be that long. Well, hopefully that round gets replayed. Again, this is Star Ladder as opposed to Face It, so we're not the people in charge here, guys. We are the English stream. So we'll see if what their decision is from the SLTV admins. And again, we will have a short break. And at this time, at this point, oh, in fact, they are going to get straight back into it. So TaZ returneth. No filler needed. Okay, so they're just going to continue with that round. So 15-12.
They didn't even need TaZ. They still won the round anyway.
Oh, indeed, yeah. I didn't even twig that. Although the match will be over if HellRaisers run. So since Virtus.pro won the round, there is no reason to go for the replayed round. Angel's down already. What happens?
I don't know. I mean, Virtus.pro has just started to get back into this one, and they've really started to pick up their momentum.
We have to quickly note, though, that it is HellRaisers who are in control of long here.
Yeah.
So they could go for the two-pronged assault. And Virtus.pro, they know that nobody's on long for their team, so they are aggressively holding short, because if they give up short at the same time, then this could be game over, quite literally, for Virtus.pro. So this is the reason why they are so aggressive on short, because they cannot afford to lose both. But you can see byali just checking long, because they have no idea what's going on. But Dosia has been very patient for a long time, only now starting to emerge through the long area.
Let's see what information they can find, though. In goes the flashbang from the T's as TaZ is going to peek out. Find one, finds two. Will he get the second frag? No, he will not. AdreN didn't even really get knocked down too much there, and byali's also going to get taken down for the count after trading frags, so that's going to leave things in a 2-on-2 situation. Dosia has got control of long and will be looking towards CT spawn there as his teammate goes up and tries to plant that bomb. But I think Snax has actually swapped out his AWP to get an AK-47 there, just to give him some different firepower as these two CTs try to retake over towards this A-bomb site here, but it's looking good for HellRaisers.
You can see Snax is trying to run distraction, shooting through the smoke while his teammate tries to get a pick on long, but to pick on long he will not get that. Dosia will hear him running along the wall, and this looks like it's going to be game one in favour of HellRaisers, and indeed it will. Snax being taken down there by AdreN to end things, and that's going to be the end of game one. So Virtus.pro managed to bring it back to quite a reasonable score, actually, 15-12, after such a horrible T side for them. So again, they brought it back, and at least that extra time, playing those extra rounds, even though they lost, will hopefully get them a bit more solid. You can see byali finished with 8 kills there. He was on 1 kill and 2 kill for the longest time, but managed to bring it up to a few more rounds. So that's not a terrible comeback from Virtus.pro after a horrible start. So hopefully they'll be completely warmed up for the following game. Yep. Now,
I think that second half was a 10-3 score in favour of Virtus.pro.
Yes.
Considering how bad their first T side was, that's pretty good actually, to be quite honest, that they managed to bring it back to that extent. It just wasn't quite enough though, with 13-2 being the half-time score, I think it was.
Okay, guys, as we said, it's going to be giveaway time. But the question is, what are we going to give away? Now, I think it's time to introduce our new device.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited. The tension is like really high right now in the room.
Let's do it. That's right, people. No more coin flips. We've got the wheel of Face It now. This is your destiny, people. This is all of your destiny. Now, allow me to explain exactly how this works. You can win. This is, if it lands here, then we do a sub giveaway, which is a knife. If it lands here, you win a battle-scarred bison. If it lands here, you win a bison. If it lands here, you win a battle-scarred bison. And if it lands here, you win a battle-scarred bison. The only other kind of pizza slice that may be in your favor is this one covered in question marks, which is the bag of swag. But you don't know what's in the bag of swag. It could be 10 battle-scarred bisons for all we know. It could be an Asimov. We have no idea, guys. But we're going to spin the wheel. We are going to spin the wheel.
Here we go. The tension is real right now. Oh, the bag of swag it is.
I can't believe this. Who did this? Every time I've spun this off stream, it's been a bison. I do it on stream and it's not a bloody bison. All right. So the knife won't be given away yet. It's going to be the bag of swag, guys. So during the break, there will be a giveaway open to all. And we will let you know what you win once we draw a winner. See you on the other side.